Coming off a nice win last week against Gustavus, we knew going into the game with their high-powered offense that we were going to have to play great defense. Unfortunately, the game started off and we turned over the ball a couple times, one on a fumble and another on a blocked punt, and gave them 2 touchdowns. The only 2 touchdowns they scored in the first half. So our defense played great in the first half, and we were able to get back into the game offensively, scoring 3 touchdowns in the first half. So being up 21-14 at halftime was really important. I thought the second half we came out and maybe played one of our best games of the year so far. Defensively and offensively, we were hitting on all cylinders. And they're a good football team, but I think we showed that we're a pretty good football team ourselves. And it sets us up for this week. We go down to Carleton to play a Carleton team that's record doesn't show that they're very good, but they actually have some talented kids on offense. They're not going to be an easy team to defend. So we know we got to go down there and play another great game. And like we've said every week now, this is a playoff game for us. We got to keep it rolling, and we got to keep on winning if we want to have a chance of making the playoffs. So look forward to seeing everybody down in Northfield against a good Carleton team, and hopefully another Johnnies win.
St. John's University hosted Gustavus Adolphus College last weekend and for St. John's homecoming, and undefeated Gustavus came in with a very high-powered offense, and defensively we did a pretty solid job from the beginning. In the first couple of series were 3s and outs and got our team on the board, and offense moved the ball when we needed to. So I think we held them to about 65 yards rushing for the entire game and about 250 yards underneath their season average for total yards. So good day overall. We would certainly don't like to give up 27 points, but a couple of those 14 points came on only 35 yards of offense, so that can happen sometimes. But overall, good game for the Johnnies, and came away with the win to move on to the next week. Now we have to travel to Carleton College and play the Knights down there. Team that's in the bottom of the league, but pretty skilled offensive guys. They've been averaging pretty in the 20s in points, and they throw the ball fairly well, but they have a quarterback that can make some plays with his legs. He can run, and he creates a lot of things. Between him and their top running back, they have over 1,000 yards rushing. So they do some nice things. So we got to be ready to play a good game against them. And we are playing down in their field, which is a grass field, the first grass field we played on all year. And who knows, with the weather that we're having at the end of the week, might make that a little rougher field than normal, but hopefully not. But we have our hands full. It's a talented offensive group with some skilled kids that we got to keep in check, and we got to come out tackling. And like we did against Gustavus, any yards after catch have to be eliminated, and same with their quarterback picking up plays, extending plays and picking up yards, or just putting the ball in his hand on quarterback draws and sweeps and things like that. So our guys do a great job defensively. We'll be in good shape on Saturday on the Northfield.
Had a nice game last weekend up here against Gustavus. It got off to a little bit of a slow start, but ended up having a great first half, going in at halftime up by a touchdown. Second half, we really I thought played very, very well. We ran the ball well. Sura had a great game. The offensive line played great, and Nick played well. So it was overall a great offensive performance, and of course it was really benefited by the defense, and they were awesome. This week we go down to Northfield and take on Carleton. We be very similar type of defense as what we saw against Gustavus. Maybe they're a little younger, but we expect a tough game. They have a pretty good defensive line, and we need to be able to throw the ball a little bit and to really open up our running attack, and we hope for a big day.
It was great last weekend to play again after a bye. We went out there, established ourselves against a potent offense, a team that scored a lot of points, and I think we were able to do a lot of things on the defensive side of the ball. Our offense is still rolling, scoring a lot of points, moving the ball really well, and I think we fed off that as a defense. It was great to get out there and play again out there on Saturday. This week we have Carleton. As a defense, they obviously present a couple issues for us. The quarterback is a pretty good athletic kid. He's able to run the ball. The running back's pretty shifty too. They have decent receivers on the outsides that are able to, once they get the ball in their hands, they're pretty potent. So we have to be able to stop them, obviously, and respect them, and I think it'll be a good game Saturday.